Let's go. Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Previously with the Morning Q crew.
I don't know if this says more about the internet or the economy, but these hypothetical money-making opportunities are getting stranger and stranger, Nancy. A random poll online asked, would you drink your significant other's bathwater for $1,000?
Oh, wait, you didn't throw money into it. Now, hold on. I kept saying, no, I'm not drinking somebody's bathwater, not even Jason Momoa's, but you throwing $1,000. Yeah, hit me up.
You would...
For $1,000? I need some money. Give me some yes.
You're not alone. 81% of people said yes.
Put that in a goblet or a wine glass with a straw. Give me that. Pay me. Cash.
You don't have to worry about dirt from outside. Your partner would bathe or shower normally to rinse off, then lay in a tub of warm water for 20 minutes. Then you have to drink 1 liter of that water.
A whole liter?
A liter.
A whole liter?
You drink a lot of water. You can do it.
I like, hey, that's fine. And it says they would bathe or shower normally to rinse off, then lay in a tub of warm water. Hey, that's nothing. That's nothing. I'll drink. It doesn't say you have to gulp it down. You can do that over, like an hour,
this
whatever.
This ain't the hot dog eating contest. You don't have to shove it down.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. It's just, do it over like an hour or so, a couple of hours. I'm fine with that. Give me my money in cash.
Now, they didn't time people on their responses, so it isn't like people were like, oh, most definitely. Can I do it right now? Most people probably paused, thought no at first like you did, Nancy. Then were like, wait, for $1,000? Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm in. The poll broke down the responses based on whether the significant other was male or female, and both were similar. People were slightly more likely to say yes if their partner was female. 84% said yes. Then male, 74% said yes. A few other clarifications on this. Someone asked if they could put the water in the fridge first. And
that makes it a little better, yeah.
And that is allowed.
Good.
But you can't add anything to it, not even ice. Someone else asked if they could spread it out over a day rather than downing the whole liter all at once, and that's allowed too. Yeah. You have 8 hours.
That's nothing. Come on. Give me the money.
Someone asked if this was just a one-time thing or if there was a way to get a recurring check.
Absolutely.
For doing this repeatedly.
Yes.
And someone else said they're single, but yes, they do it.
Absolutely. Give me some recurring checks. I do that every day.
You're nasty as hell. I would not drink anyone's bathtub water.
I don't care
how much money.
Do that like twice a week.
That's gross.
Do that twice a week.
Question is for you. Would you drink your significant other's bath water for $1,000? Q93FM.com, Q93 app, or DM us at Q93 Alexandria or at Morning Q.
You're not getting $1,000, Josh.
I'm not doing it.
For $1,000?
No. Bath water, no.
Wow.
Especially where we live. You gonna drink that East Side water, bath water?
Hey, where you live, y'all have good water where you live.
Yeah, but I don't
know.
You
have really good water.
I get letters in the mail every other month how it failed state testing. I'm not drinking that.
No, your water. I used to live on your water district, and y'all had really good tap water.
And you know what? It is good, but they also failed state testing for their water, like, often, where I get letters in the mail. I had one pinned to my door when I got home one time saying, hey, you might have a stomach bug or something, but it's just from the water failing.
They're really lax on these rules. Run it through a filter.
They're really lax.
Anyway,
we'll be right back. Barbie was a huge hit. So a sequel should be a no-brainer, right? Especially in Hollywood. They love sequels.
Right.
But stories have been going around for several weeks that it's not coming together because certain people want too much money.
Oh, okay.
It makes me think of the NFL. When these teams win the Super Bowl, they often disperse and they all go separate locations because they all want to get paid then. Because they won a Super Bowl and they're better than everybody else. But what happens is the team ends up suffering the next season, and if they would, and they usually go on somewhere and they suffer and they don't do as well. If everybody would just stay together, they could probably win more than one championship.
That's kind of how it is in life, though. Somebody is at the top of their game, and but it's kind of a fine line of know your worth, but also think of
be smart about
the company as a whole. Because if you go out on your own, it may not work as well for you. Because how much of that is the company, and how much of it is you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And how much is it the team?
That's what I mean. Like the company written team.
There's some players they'll leave over $2 million. When you're already making like $12 million, come on, man.
How much is it of just you? But really, the team helped you out a lot there too, right?
Exactly.
It's not just you. There's no I in team, buddy.
And there's certain people who think there might be an I in team. Margot Robbie.
Okay, Margot.
Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
And the director, Greta Gerwig. And her husband, who was the co-writer, Noah Baumbach. They all want significant upfront raises, plus increases in backed-end payouts, depending on how the movie performs after the fact. And it's not unnormal for, like, you know, when a movie does well, they usually get a pay bump. But I guess they're asking for a little too much. According to Variety, Margot got $50 million for both starring in the movie and producing it. Gerwig got tens of millions herself. Sources say Warner Brothers has made half a dozen offers over the last few years, and they've all been rejected. One even supposedly for, quote, life-changing money. The studio only has about 4 months to close a deal on the sequel before the movie rights revert back to Mattel. And if that happens, Mattel cannot make a Barbie movie like this one. Basically, Mattel could then make one, but it can't have Margot Robbie. It can't be a sequel.
Right.
That belongs to Warner Brothers. Margot and Ryan both received $12.5 million in salaries for Barbie. Ryan is reportedly asking for $20 million for the sequel. What say you, Nance?
It's tough because it did so well. Like you said, you would expect a pay bump. You know, I don't know,
but
man.
Like a reasonable pay bump.
You're right. But I mean, if they're coming together collectively, do they stand a chance? Though they might stand a chance of getting what they want. You know, if they hold out, or they have a chance of tanking the whole project,
and they might not get nothing.
And do they really care? See, but the fans are going to care if they don't get a sequel. That's the problem. And the people behind, you know, the makeup, like the Barbie legacy, of course, they really don't care. They have money. You know, Mattel has money, certainly. It's the fans that are going to suffer because they want the sequel.
But what if the sequels you know how sequels are, too. Like, would Barbie 2 be a good movie? You may be okay with just having one of those.
Yeah, does everything really have to have a sequel? You're right. Like,
maybe do a Ken spinoff, but then it's like, well, would that even be successful? I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see if anyone caves.
A Ken spinoff would be interesting. That would be actually pretty interesting.
Just remember, though, Warner Brothers, they're in a financial mess right now, and they're also in the process of possibly being bought out by Paramount. So they have a lot of uncertainty going on.
I hadn't thought about that, but you're right.
So they're not going to want to shuck out a bunch of money right now.
You're right about that. There's so many things up in the air. But, you know, I remember a while back whenever the Charlie's Angels movie was coming out and Drew Barrymore was producing it. Mm-hmm. And there was some talk because Cameron Diaz was the most popular actress at the time. So she got the highest paid. I remember Lucy Liu, who was the other co-star, she was complaining that she wasn't getting paid as much, and Drew Barrymore was like, hey, I'm producing the movie and I'm not getting paid as much as Cameron Diaz. Mm-hmm. And she says, I'm starring in the movie too because I'm on the pay scale because Cameron's just the hottest star right now, so Cameron's getting paid more. So Drew didn't even pay herself, and she was the producer of the movie. She's like, I'm not even getting paid as much as Cameron. I'm producing the movie. She said, it's just according to how popular you are and how much draw you make at the box office. Mm-hmm. So Drew understood that, you know. And
you know, that last movie with Ryan Gosling, his price just went up. What was that movie that was based off that book that did well? Oh,
it was the Hail Mary?
Yeah, Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary,
and now he's Ghost Rider in the MCU. His price just went up.
Yes. So he's like a shooting star right now.
Let us know what you think about this whole Barbie 2 fiasco. You know, it's an honor for an athlete to have his or her number retired. But have you ever heard of someone demanding it?
No.
You will retire thy number.
I've never heard it. And I'm not even a sports person, but I've never heard that.
Well, you now are going to hear about it. Washington Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels is cutting ties with his alma mater, the Louisiana State University, because they're letting a cornerback named DJ Pickett wear number 5, which was his number at LSU. How dare they? The gall!
Look, if they retire everyone's number, they're going to run out of numbers.
Exactly. Not to mention DJ Pickett, when he was offered a job at LSU, one of his demands was he carry the number 5 with him because he's been wearing it all his career. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they promised him, yeah, you could be number 5. But Jayden's a lawyer. Yeah, he literally got a lawyer for this. Sent LSU a letter.
What?
Saying they can no longer use his name, image, and likeness.
Wow.
The letter says Jayden made it clear that he didn't want anyone else using his number. It adds, quote, his Heisman Trophy winning season and everything he accomplished on and off the field cemented his place in LSU history.
How you own the number 5? It's a number. How you claim ownership to a number?
I saw somebody tweet it out. They said we're no longer going to be giving high 5s because the 5 is reserved for Jayden Daniels. We're only giving high 4s from now on.
Good roast him. How you own a number?
To see his number given to another player is incredibly disappointing, according to the letter. Feels like a failure to honor the significance of what Jayden accomplished at LSU. LSU never did retire Jayden's number, and Coach Lane Kiffin, who wasn't even there during Jayden Daniels' time, says it was promised to pick it when he signed with LSU. Look, Jayden Daniels, when you're Tom Brady, you can pull off some stuff like this, but when you're Jayden Daniels, I think it's a little petty. I think it's a distraction. And I also think you should be getting ready for the NFL season and worry about what's going on with the Commanders.
What number is he with the Commanders?
5.
Okay, well, you kept your number. Do something significant with the Commanders enough in your career that they retire 5 in the Commanders. Like, don't worry about your college career right now.
It's a whole lot to do about nothing.
To get a lawyer involved, like that's
lame.
It's petty.
Very lame.
It is.
Jayden,
like you need to be more humble.
Now, if you went on like Joe Burrow and won a championship and you went undefeated and had the most yards on offense in college football history,
now
okay,
look,
I could maybe say yeah. But right now, no,
Josh,
dog.
you know me. I am not a sports person.
Mm-hmm.
I know who Joe Burrow is. You know, I didn't know who Jayden Daniels was until you started this job. I didn't even know who he was.
He was a solid quarterback, but the team was not a solid
person,
team.
But at least I've heard of, Joe Burrow. I've never heard of Jayden Daniels because I'm just not a sports person, okay?
Jayden Daniels, sit down, boy. Sit down, boy.
I'm going to be a little more humble, okay? Do something with your 5 as a Washington Commander enough to where they retire it and just be humble. That's
and be thankful for the opportunity because you wouldn't be where you are if you weren't at LSU.
I wish you well, but call your lawyers off and just,
This whole NIL thing, basically, Nancy, what it is college players are getting paid now. Money like NFL players, kind of in a sort of way, for their name, image, and likeness. It used to be you went to college to learn and grow, and you played football, and then that led to you becoming a millionaire in the NFL. Now they want to make money while doing it. And what's happening is you got these colleges paying buttloads of money to players to transfer over. And then you
can't own a number. I would be like, you know what, DJ Pickett? You wearing my old number, man? Make me proud. Do wearing my old number, man? Shout out to you. Make me proud in my old number.
Sit down, Jayden Daniels.
Dang, Jayden.
High 4s. For everybody. We'll be right back. Instacart just released some data on the most popular sodas or pops. Soda pop.
Soda pop. Do you call it soda pop, or do you say like, oh, give me a Coke?
I say Coke, and we know Coke is a brand, not like a general for all sodas. It should say soda.
I have some families say, give me a pop.
Yeah, it's an old school way of saying it.
I'll just say a soda or something, but I'm used to a lot of people saying a Coke.
So basically, they broke it down by state. One kind of dominated most of the country. It isn't Coke or Pepsi. It's Dr. Pepper.
I'm not a big soda person, but I prefer Dr. Pepper over Coke.
It's huge, especially across the South and West. It's number 1 in 17 states.
Yo.
Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. Canada Dry Ginger Ale is surprisingly strong in the Northeast. The most popular order in states like Maine, Maryland, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Some ginger ale loving people up there.
That's right.
Also, what is it? Schweppes?
Yeah.
Their ginger ale is number 1 in New York.
Some good stuff.
All right. Werner's is the top order in Michigan.
I never had Werner's.
Mountain Dew. Woo, that's some sugar
I do not
there.
like Mountain Dew. It is too... I can't do it.
Caffeine in there.
Do the dew.
It owns a big chunk of Appalachia and the upper Midwest.
Have you ever seen the little documentary or the news story called Mountain Dew Mouth?
No.
I think it was a little thing on ABC many years ago, and it was in Appalachia. People were giving it to their babies in the bottles.
Oh my gosh.
They had to do these rural dental clinics. People would go like the dentist in their rural clinics.
Fix all the teeth that were jacked
Yeah,
up
they
from
were
it.
just giving like free dental services because people were actually giving it to their 2-year-olds in bottles.
That's insane.
They were just drinking. They were addicted to Mountain Dew.
Why would you give your child
It was just rotting their
in a
teeth
baby bottle of Mountain Dew?
because they didn't know any better.
Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, South Kakalaki, Wisconsin, they love Mountain Dew too. Diet Mountain Dew is number one in both Dakotas, Minnesota, and Nebraska. Believe it or not, classic Coca-Cola is only number one in 3 states.
That does surprise me.
Florida, Georgia, and right here in the boot.
And the boot, baby.
But Diet Coke is the top choice in 4 states, Massachusetts, Utah, Illinois, and Washington. Coke Zero is number 1 and 2, California and Hawaii.
I know people who are addicted to Diet Coke.
Yeah, my aunt's one of them. And for Pepsi, it was only number 1 in 1 state, Delaware.
Dang.
Diet Pepsi is number 1 in 2 more, Iowa and Oregon. And Sundrop is the favorite in North Kakalaki. Sadly, Fanta Orange Soda was not number 1 in any state. I love orange soda. I tell you what, I usually like Dr. Pepper. That's been my go-to for a long time. And I like the occasional Coke as well, classic Coke, especially with the one with the Coke vanilla in it. I love a good cream soda as well, though.
You know what? A good root beer or cream soda is pretty good. But I can't get through like maybe half the can before it's a little too sweet.
Those on occasion, all right? Cream soda, root beer, orange soda. My go-to is Dr. Pepper, but lately I've been on a Sprite kick.
I was about to say, I'm surprised like your 7-Ups and Sprites didn't make any of the states. Now, I'm really at the point where I can't do like the sweet soda. It's just too sweet for me, so I've been doing the Topo Chicos if I want something carbonated.
But you do like Dr. Pepper.
I do occasionally, yeah.
Let us know, Silla, what's your favorite Coke? I mean, soda.
Yeah.
Q93FM.
Pop.
Q93FM.com, or you can use our socials and DM us, Q93 Alexandra and at Morning Q, or use the Q93 app.
Josh, I know you said you're not a big cook, but do you like your mom's cooking?
My parents cook a lot, especially because my dad's retired, so they have time to cook. And then, it makes sense for them to cook because it's 2 of them. It's only one person for me. And then they're used to cooking for me anyway when I was living with them years ago. So usually they'll invite me over or I'll stop by, get a little doggy bag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not every day.
But you live like really close to them, so that's helpful.
I live like 0.1 miles.
You could walk to their house.
I could walk to the house.
That is very helpful. That's very helpful. But let's say if you wanted to cook something, would you get some cooking tips from them, or would you like go to the internet, like TikTok or something?
I would go to the internet, but I also would probably call my mom or something.
Yeah. Okay, that's good because according to a new report, 18% of Americans would be more likely to take cooking advice from a so-called food influencer than from their own mother or even from their dad. Only 33% of people say their mom's recipes are on par with cooking advice from social media. I mean, to be fair, that's only 33%. So like 71% of people say that cooking videos on social media have made them want to try new foods. Now, I'll agree with that because we grow up with a certain cuisine, like our parents are good at cooking like certain things. And then I will see things online that I say, oh, that's something I want to try. So that to me is what it's good for, to give you like more creativity.
Ideas, yeah.
I agree with that. 47% say they try a new viral recipe at least monthly, which I think that's pretty good too. On one benefit that family has is teaching you how to make the dishes that you've loved since you were a kid. So that part, yes.
And when you can't find the answer or you want it faster, you can always call mom or dad.
That's right.
That's what they're there for.
Although I tell you this, one time my dad, he was famous for like his smothered potatoes, like this sausage and potato dish that I absolutely love that he got from his mother. So he learned that. And one time I wanted to make it. I'm like, Dad, I need the recipe for your, sausage and potato stuff. And he's like, okay, so you do this, that. I'm like, wait, how much? I was asking for like quantities of the amount. Well, no, you just do a little of this, a little. No, how much? He's like, well, I don't know. You just like a pinch of this. No, Dad, you need to tell me.
Don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
You
just do it, and I'm on the phone. Like it'd be so I had to go. Next time I saw them, he had to show me in person how to make it.
It's years of trial and error.
That's what it is, and so I learned how to do it, over time.
There's so many things on social media, food related though. A lot of people are like talking about me and my fiance. When y'all live together, who's gonna cook? Y'all, both of y'all don't cook. Look, there's never been an opportunity in the world to learn how to cook more than now. Everyone on social media makes cooking videos.
I know.
You got YouTube, you got cooking channels. We'll be okay.
I know. And you know what? Part of the fun is learning together.
It is.
It really is. And so they said one benefit that family has, teaching you a dish that you love since you were a kid. And they said a benefit that food influencers have, showing you dishes or tricks that you may have never heard of before, and how easy or tricky they are to execute step by step. So there you have it. There's benefits to both sides.
Step by step.
Ooh, baby.
Gotta get to you, girl.
All right, Josh, as I was trying to explain earlier, little free libraries that you know nothing about. They look like little birdhouses, okay?
I read books.
Just not mine. Little free birdhouses.
For those who don't know, Nancy is an author. She wrote a trilogy of books. I requested that she give me one and sign it. She gave me a hard copy and signed it. She asked me where I put it. I put it in the drawer, and she got upset because I didn't put it somewhere prominent in my house.
And you
I
never
guess she
read
wanted me
it.
to frame it and hang it on the wall.
No, you just should have at least read it or something.
I haven't had time to read it. I've been
You
reading
had
other
time.
things.
You had time.
I've been going through the Harry Potter Audible books.
You've already read Harry Potter. You've seen all the movies.
I
You
know.
didn't need to go through the audiobooks. Oh my goodness. Anyway, get into little free libraries
Yes, I
now.
do, because Audible has a badge that you get if you go through all the Harry Potter books. the
you
new
just want a
full
badge,
cast
a
editions.
meaningless badge. That means that anyway, a little
It
free
means something to me.
library. So does my book that I put all my creative effort into.
I'll read it one day.
One
I
day.
need the trilogy, though. I only have one of them.
I'm not giving you two other books when you
Come
so
on, Nancy.
disregarded
You got
my
a stock
first
full
book.
of these things. No one else is buying
You know
them.
what?
Why don't you give them to me?
You know what? For those of you who actually would like to read it, I don't like promoting myself. I'm bad at it. It's called Dark Bayou is the first book. Nancy K. Duplichan, Dark Carnival, Dark Legacy, called the Dark Trilogy is the 3 books. If you would like to read my book, the first one at least, and let me know if you like it, I would love to hear from you, because Josh ain't ever going to tell me. So getting back to little free libraries, okay? You've never seen them. They pop up in the neighborhoods. I have them in my neighborhood, and they seem like they're supposed to be filled with, like, books. They're, to inspire young readers or adults. Like, I see them all the time. They're filled with all these different cool books like Stephen King, John Grisham, or even kids' books. And this is the new version of it, Josh. Now they have DVDs in them, or even Blu-rays or VHS. It's like little free blockbusters that are popping up. So yeah, they're complete with like little blue and yellow designs that look like a free blockbuster. So the first one was made a few years ago by a former Blockbuster employee and VHS collector living in California, and was just an old LA Times newspaper dispenser that was painted with Blockbuster logos and art. Now there are dozens of them across the US, and there's even a website where you can start your own. So it costs $420 for them to send you a pre-painted
$425.
Hold on, let me continue. For them to send you a pre-painted newspaper dispenser, they're not necessary though. You can make your own out of anything you want. The website has stencils to help you out. If you do end up opening your own free Blockbuster location, just let them know and they will add its address onto their shared map. For the record, the website says that Blockbuster LLC seems cool with them renting, quote unquote, their likeness for these free libraries. So
That's cool.
And they have like these little big versions. They have the small ones like that are the size of the free libraries. I love this idea. Like I said, you don't have to do like the big $420 one, which is a really cool version of it, but you can make your own like they do for the little free libraries. So.
I like this idea too. I think you should start this, Nancy. And if you do, I have the perfect book in mind that I can donate to your library.
I'm going to make you pay me for the book that I gave to you because you never read it.
It's even autographed, Nancy.
You owe me $20.
It's a starter book for your little
know
library.
What? It's $20 now. You owe me $20. Josh, turns out psychologists have identified 4 behaviors that could signal a relationship is struggling. They're called the 4 horsemen because when you see them, they should be warning signs of what's to come.
If you're dating Ric Flair, that's one of the signs. That man's been married 17 times. As many world championships as he's had. Woo! You know how much money he pays on women and on child support? Woo!
That is how many kids he has.
I don't know. He has a few.
That's a lot, man. Can you imagine how much money Nick Cannon pays?
Man.
Oh my
man.
good. Man. All right, so the 4 horsemen of the red flags that you need to watch out in a relationship. Here they go. Number 1, criticism. It's when someone attacks their partner's character instead of addressing a specific issue. That's number 1. Number 2,
What if you're just joking, though?
well, if you joking is one thing, but whenever you see that they're starting to really get uncomfortable with it, and you need to back off after a while.
In other words, if you keep joking about it, it turns more into a joke. It's real. It
turns into real,
feeling.
and it's something that really bothers them, and just back off because at one point you're not respecting their feelings at one point. So that's
what about
that's
the
a
other
flag.
person's feelings? Their
For
feelings
what?
don't matter. Whatever
What?
they're joking about.
What? How does that person have feelings if they're joking about them?
Well, maybe they don't know how to bring it up without hurting their feelings, so they just joke about it, hoping that you catch the hint.
The hint about what?
Whatever you're joking about.
What are we getting into? So, okay, you mean their criticism, what it is they're criticizing?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of joking about it, you can joke once, and if they don't get the hint, like after once or twice,
Then you
maybe,
have a serious conversation.
then you have to have a conversation. It's time to be like, oh, look, we need to talk about something, and then just go from
makes
there.
sense.
Yeah,
It's
it
hard
makes
to
sense.
do, though.
I understand, because I'm the same way. I might joke about something once or twice, and if you're not getting the hint, I'll be like, hey, we need to talk about
That's
something.
what I did when you came in here smelling like BO, I joked about it, and then, I hope that you would start cleaning at night.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I think this is hilarious coming from the man who says he never washes his belly button.
I clean my belly button every now and then.
Every now and then he said, oh my God!
I got a clean belly button.
You only cleaned it for the first time since I told you people need to clean their belly buttons, so don't even start. Number 2, red flag for the 4 horsemen of red flags is contempt. This shows up as eye-rolling, sarcasm, mocking, talking down to a partner.
That's what I do to you all the
on the 4. We should not be morning show co-host, Josh. We have strong contempt for each other. But anyway, this is for like romantic partners.
It's like
anyway.
brother and sister contempt.
Definitely. I would say it's the little brother I never wanted. So anyway, contempt. But it's all we do is roll our eyes at each other and sarcasm, mock. That's all we do. But if you're in a romantic relationship with
That's
that
not
person,
healthy.
it's not. It's
If that's your relationship in a
romantic partnership,
that's
in
not-
a marriage or
yeah.
what, that is not healthy. Y'all
that's
need
something
to
you have
stop
with
doing
friends. You cut up and goof off and roast each other. You don't want to do that
Yeah.
with a significant other.
that. And number 3, defensiveness. Defensiveness. It's when don't roll your eyes at me. That's contempt. Defensiveness. It's when a person always makes excuses or shifts the blame instead of hearing their partner's concerns. Okay. Number 4, stonewalling. It's an emotional withdrawal. Some people shut down and refuse to talk to their partner. Toddlers do that pretty well too, by the way.
Guys are bad about that.
Guys are very bad about it. Some women too, though. But experts say that spotting these behaviors doesn't mean a relationship is doomed, though. But hopefully you can learn from it and have healthier conversations moving forward.
There you have it. Your bad behaviors that can predict whether you will break up. Woo! Here's a question for pumpkin spice latte aficionados. Do you care if you're PSL? We're not talking about polyester
Lifestyle.
Pumpkin spice latte. It actually contains, if you prefer it actually containing pumpkin,
Which is weird to me because it's a squash.
it's a squash.
So why you want squash in your latte?
Well, you just
it's
want
just
some.
a little weird.
You want natural flavor.
Yeah, but pumpkin doesn't taste like pumpkin
Squeeze
spice.
the pumpkin. Yeah, you can.
No,
Squish it.
it's not gonna taste like it tastes like a squash. It could be a sweetened squash, I guess.
Do you care if your PSL contains actual pumpkin, or are you fine with whatever ingredients that are in that delicious, mysterious pumpkin spice syrup? TheTakeout.com has a list of 4 chains that don't use real pumpkin in their PSLs. All right? Krispy Kreme. Don't go there, man. They ain't got real pumpkin in their PSL.
I love that dude. We need to find out his name.
I know. We need to have him on the show.
I would love to have him on the show.
McDonald's. Don't go there, man. They don't have real pumpkin in their PSL. It's just fructose, water, and something I can't even pronounce. That's how bad it is. Propagin glycol. Dutch Brothers Coffee. We're actually getting one of these here in Sinlock.
We are.
Don't go there, man. They ain't got real pumpkin in their PSL.
They got no squash in there.
Dunkin', formerly Dunkin' Donuts. Don't go there, man. They got fake pumpkin in their PSL. So there. To be fair, I didn't think they put real pumpkin PSLs anyway.
Well, I
guess some places do.
Starbucks does, apparently.
Okay.
So they add pumpkin puree to their pumpkin spice lattes, but it wasn't always that way, I guess. So the original recipe from back in 2003 looks like they did not include real pumpkin, but they added the puree in 2015.
You're starting to see more and more people, the public is kind of demanding, hey, we want natural stuff, we want organic, healthier stuff, and some places are conforming to it. It's just a slow burn, which I think is great.
So if y'all really want to know what pumpkin spice is, it's basically cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves. Those are the classic ingredients, by the way.
Yeah,
so
they don't
really
they don't take a pumpkin and drain it.
Yeah, if you open up an actual pumpkin, if you've ever carved a pumpkin, you know it does not smell like pumpkin spice.
Those are fun to carve, though.
They are, and I love roasting the seeds. They're so good.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where you don't go, man.
It's hot as heck outside, and it's humid.
How hot is it?
It's pretty dang hot, but we're still going to give you some sunshine. But you know what? We're going to give you some shade for your soul today. And it's going to make you happy because it's too hot. So here's some shade for your soul. A 46-year-old woman named Angela Fuller is in the news because she just came back to the sport of gymnastics at the age of 46, I'm going to remind you, after stepping away for almost 3 decades. And she's now winning adult events that feature 14 different gymnastics, trampoline, and tumbling disciplines. Apparently, adult gymnastics is growing rapidly, and participation doubled in the previous year. Angela even got to compete on American Ninja Warrior 2. She's my age, Josh.
Go ahead.
Maybe it makes me want to go do some gymnastics. And you just ruined my good news.
Well, you said it
for
was
myself.
shade. You said it was shade for your soul.
No, good. That should be good because it's so hot outside. But now I need more good news.
That was literally shade for your soul.
You broke my spirit. You're right. You shaded me. 57-year-old man just met his father for the first time. His name's Joshua, and he was raised in a German orphanage, and always wondered why no one came for him. But it turns out his father had no idea he had a son in Germany. So with help
Nancy wonders that too.
What? So with help from Ancestry DNA, Joshua tracked down his dad, who was a former U.S. serviceman stationed in Germany in the late 1960s. The reunion was extra special when Joshua went to Texas to meet 60 of his new relatives. During the visit, Joshua gave his father the rosary he had used for years while praying to one day meet him. I have goosebumps.
Someone finally came for him.
Yeah.
See, there's hope for you, Nancy. Someone will finally come for you one day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I grew up with parents. So, hey, Josh, I don't know what you did. Quit ruining my good news stories. I love this story. I had goosebumps, and I love that this man grew up in an orphanage. Now he met 60 relatives and hugged his dad. And it made me want to cry. And a woman in Italy almost lost a lottery ticket. And you know what, Josh? It was...
Let me guess, she found it.
Listen, I said almost lost, so she didn't lose it.
Oh, okay.
So, pay attention. So, it was worth over $1 million after she mistakenly threw it away. Apparently, the ticket scanner at a local shop said
she
it was...
did lose it for a brief moment.
Hold on.
She threw it away.
Would you stop? Apparently, the ticket scanner at a local shop said it was non-playable, so she assumed it wasn't a winner, but she didn't realize that could also mean that the prize is too large to be redeemed in the shop. Family member recognized the numbers as the one she always played and let her know, but she had already thrown the ticket out with the trash. But luckily, with the help of local garbage men, she searched through an entire truckload of garbage, and after hours of work, she recovered the ticket.
You see, you don't even know your own story. She didn't lose it.
The winning ticket was found miraculously still in one piece, and she won $1 million.
Nice. Yep. All right, that's some good news and shade for your soul on Q93. Stay hydrated, folks. It is time to get on to our 5 random facts for the day. And I guess I'll start us off, Nancy.
Sure thing.
Fingers crossed I can pronounce everything. Number 1, in Major League Baseball, 33 players have hit home runs in their very first at bat, and on the very first pitch. Look, I don't watch baseball. and 8 of them were pitchers. The most recent was Joshua Baez, or something like that. Baez, whatever, of the St. Louis Cardinals last weekend. How about that?
Oh, look at that. We had another Joshua in there. Now that engines are quieter, many companies, including Ford, BMW, and Volkswagen, all add fake engine noise to cars. I'm sorry, we can't say fake. We have to say polyester.
Number 3, there's the mathematical reason why everyone at the gym seems like they're in better shape than you. People in great shape tend to go to the gym more often, so you're more likely to see those people than people who work out less often. That's why they're not in shape, because they're not at the gym.
And that's why I tell people who are afraid to go to the gym, don't worry about it. They're like, oh, those people look better. But they had to start somewhere, so don't be afraid to go.
That's why they're at the gym.
Yeah, they're at the gym. Because
if you weren't be there, you'd be looking bad.
That's right. Now, the luxury cruise lines, is it Cunard and Princess both have the morning after pill available on board. So, hey, if you party a little too hard, ladies, there's some options for you.
Number 5, one of the sperm whales.
I like how they did that between the morning after pill and then going into the next random fact.
Gotta love our producers. One of the sperm whale's main defense mechanisms is pooping.
So is mine.
Really?
Hey, tell me if somebody's trying to nab you. Are they going to want to nab you if you just poop all over them? Come on now.
They release so much poop that it's hard to see through the wall of brown in the water.
That's nasty.
They go camouflage.
And they include a video on this, y'all. I have no idea. Why, producers, did y'all include a video? And it's
You heard it here first. Nancy's main defense mechanism is pooping.
It works. Somebody trying to kidnap you, just don't
That's
let
why
you
the
go.
ladies' bathroom always stank over here. August has kind of been light on holidays, Nancy. Normally you rant for like 4 minutes, and then this month it's kind of been like 1 minute.
People are too hot to celebrate anything. They want to stay inside with the AC on. Nobody wants to go out and do anything.
Well, Thursday, one of the bigger holidays, was National Radio Day. We appreciate you spending Radio Day with us, and every day there were some interesting results from a survey that came out in honor of Radio Day. I thought we'd run through this.
Yeah.
The stats and facts on this. 71% of people listen to the radio in their car. That's a good chunk. 67% say they listen to the radio every day at some point.
We appreciate you.
56% of women and 35% of men sing along to the radio. You probably were singing along to that Kelly Clarkson song, weren't you?
I think a lot of men are not telling the truth. I think a lot of men sing along and they just don't want to admit it.
Maybe they don't sing, they kind of just mumble to themselves.
Wasn't my cousin, I think, who had said that he said, I promise you, when Celine Dion comes on and I'm alone in the car, I'm cranking it and I'm singing along. But
he's alone when he's doing that one. She's hard to sing.
No, listen, he is a full-on lover of hard rock and stuff. He loves Metallica. He loves the hard rock and roll stuff. But he's like, I'm not gonna lie, when Celine comes on, I'm still cranking it and I'm singing along.
59% of women and 76% of men are listening when we say, don't touch that dial. I usually don't say that, but I guess I need to start saying that more often.
Oh, nice.
And they stay on a station during the commercials.
We definitely appreciate you guys for that, because part of the reason radio is free is thanks to our sponsors. That's the only reason we have free radio for you guys.
Not to mention the commercials, a lot of them are local commercials, so that's kind of how you find out about things going on locally too, you know?
Exactly.
I didn't realize that was a thing or that was happening.
You're right about that. Sometimes it's not just ads, but also you're going to find out about new businesses in town, but not just commercials that are trying to sell you things. Sometimes it's just about events happening in your community.
Exactly. That's what's great. It's free, but it's also local. Finally, almost 9% of people say radio stations don't play enough commercials and should have more. 9% actually said that.
9% of people said that? Hey, I want to meet these people.
Commercials never bothered me. If it helps it be free,
hey,
I can stay informed with some things. I can always go take a pee break. I can always check my phone. I can always...
Look, YouTube every now and then they try to get me hey, would you like to pay to skip commercial? No, I'm not paying more money to skip commercial. I'm not doing that.
They got the stupidest commercials on YouTube lately.
They do.
With the poop paralysis, and then they had this song.
I hate that.
Last night I was watching YouTube. They had a video come on. It was this whole song, and it was all animated. It was a video, and she's talking about how she got old, and then her husband didn't like her anymore, so he cheated with a young woman, and then she went to her friend and she tried to get help
Now
on how
don't
to
listen,
look better.
Josh. You watching those commercials too? Now look, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna pay to skip the commercials, but as soon as it says skip, I'm hitting the skip button. Okay.
Well, thing was, I was taking a poop.
Well, okay.
And I was like, oh, it's an actual song, and it was pretty funny, like the lyrics.
Wait a minute.
But it went on forever
So
and ever.
you were doing your biz when that came on?
Yeah.
Josh, that's scary. They watching you.
No, it wasn't the poop paralysis commercial. It was the song about
Oh.
her getting old. And her husband
okay.
cheated on her.
Okay,
And she
that would've
couldn't
been real scary.
She couldn't look better because she passed menopause, and she, it was like all kind of
Well,
stuff.
okay, the ad did its job and hooked you.
It did. It did
Hey,
hook me. It was a
okay.
song instead of like a commercial,
Right,
but it was
okay.
way too long. That was the world's longest song. I finished pooing. I said, I'm over this. It's
Oh
time
my
to move
God,
on.
we don't even know what you were doing. Mouth-watering foods and movies, Josh. Like
Yeah.
right away you said butterbeer.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you for
From the
that.
3 broomsticks or the leaky cauldron.
And we both got to try the actual butterbeer at Universal. That's some good stuff.
Nancy, nothing makes my heart happier than when I walk into the wizarding world
Yes.
of Harry Potter, and I like to go to the Hog's Head because they have the Hog's Head and
Yes,
like the butterbeer
They
thing,
do, yeah.
and I get it from the bar right there. I feel
Right.
like I'm in the movie.
I know. I've done that, and it was so dang good.
I have a picture of myself sitting at a table with the Hog's Head in the background.
Uh-huh.
I have an owl on my shoulder.
Oh!
I have the animatronic head wig.
Oh, that's cute. My friends and I, we went and we just have ourselves toasting outside of, was it the Hogs? Or maybe it was outside Ollivander's or something like that. I don't know. We just got it on the street. But it was one of the best things I've ever tasted. And anytime we tried to get something duplicated, in the store, it was never the same. You have to go to actual Universal Studios to get what we're talking about. But there are movie foods that have been ranked, and they came out with the top 10 list. So we're going to start with number 10, the breakfast spread in Wedding Crashers. Now you've seen you've
not
seen
seen
the
Wedding
Wedding
Crashers.
Singer. That's what it is.
I love the Wedding
Wedding
Singer.
But they're saying the breakfast spread in Wedding Crashers.
I am hoping that Adam Sandler with his Netflix partnership does Wedding Singer 2 after they do Grown Ups 3.
Well, Josh, we've both seen number 9, I believe. No, I have. I think you've seen it, Matilda.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate cake and Matilda.
Yes.
It looks so good.
You can do it,
You can
Bruce.
do it, Bruce.
Bruce,
Bruce.
Bruce.
And he did it. He put away that chocolate cake. So they're saying that one looks good. Now, I'm seeing this one, Inglourious Bastards, the strudel in Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
It is a
I like a good
delectable looking
strudel.
Yes. The buffet of desserts and Hook. Have you seen Hook?
I haven't.
Josh, when I tell you that was one of my absolute favorite movies, it's probably my favorite Robin Williams movie of all time
Really?
because he plays Peter Pan, but like grown-up Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
Josh, this is one of my favorite movies.
I may have to watch that.
The dessert scene in Hook, the buffet of desserts, is amazing because it starts off as like fake food, but they're using their imagination and it turns into real food. It is so great. Number 6, the cheeseburger in the menu. I haven't seen that, so I don't know what they're really talking
I love
about.
burgers, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it looks scrumptious.
Well, you're gonna like the next one, the White Castle burgers, and Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Number 4, the pasta sauce made in prison in Goodfellas.
I love pasta. Shrimp scampi's all day.
Number 3 is the grilled cheese and Chef. Number 2, the $5 milkshake in Pulp Fiction.
I love milkshakes, but you know what? I get nauseated when I drink too much of that.
You have
Like
to
I'm
be because it's
lactose
a lot of
intolerant.
milk.
Yeah.
It can feel you give it a bubble gut.
And I do like grilled cheese every now and then, like especially with
Oh, I
soup.
love grilled
Make
cheese.
a good soup.
That is the best thing in the
You dip
world.
that grilled cheese
a good
in
tomato
there.
soup or a vegetable soup and a grilled cheese. That's some
Yes.
good stuff. Boy, number 1, they put the Goofy movie. It's the gooey cheese pizza in a Goofy movie.
A lot of
Haven't
people
seen the
like
Goofy
that
movie,
movie.
though.
It's an underrated Disney movie.
But can I say an underrated scene for the most mouth-watering food is from Pan's Labyrinth. It's going to be the Forbidden Banquet, the Forbidden
Okay.
Banquet table. Pan's Labyrinth from Guillermo del Toro is probably my favorite movie he's ever made. It's a beautiful horror film, if you could put it that way. But let me tell you, you don't want to eat anything on that table, Josh, because that monster gonna come after you.
Oh, no.
It's a forbidden. That's why it's called the Forbidden Banquet. But everything on there looks absolutely delectable, but you don't dare touch it.
Question is for you. What's the most mouth-watering food in a movie that you've seen? Let us know. Q93FM.com, Q93 app, or DM us Q93 Alexandria or at Morning Q Crew. We got to talk about this teacher in Houston conducting an interesting social experiment. Her students can choose to pass gas secretly in hopes that the other
What?
kids will blame someone else. You smelt it, you dealt it. Or They go to a designated spot so everyone knows they're responsible for passing the gas.
Oh my goodness. Why would you do that?
In a TikTok that has millions of views, the teacher shows off the classroom's fart corner. She says, if you need a fart, simply come over here, fart, take about 10 seconds, spray, and go sit down. Nobody cares. In the caption, she says, just trying to keep the funk in one area. The teacher was shocked at the response, so she posted a follow-up saying she's just trying to make it less embarrassing and give the kids space. Some people in the comments said the kids should just go to the restroom, and she said, yes, of course they can, and they don't even need to ask her first. She added, they can still fart in their seats if they choose to. What say you, Nancy?
Wait a minute.
That's one stinky corner, though.
That's a stinky corner.
And I don't know if that helps because everybody's going to be looking in that corner, so if someone goes there, they're going to know what's up.
Can you imagine the kid who sits in the back of the room by the corner?
I know. Joe Blow went to the fart corner. Just a little way to get picked on.
That's bad for the kid, though, who sits back there because he's going to be getting all the stink.
I know.
But she keeps some spray back there, I guess. Man, that's messed up because they know what you're doing back there.
I'm kind of like that, though. I don't like when people fart.
I don't like it either. So maybe, I don't know if it's far enough away from everybody. I mean...
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Do it silently, but sometimes you try to pop a silent
one.
one.
Wait a minute. These seem like little kids, though.
Yeah, they are little.
It's different. Like, if you're like a teenager, it's going to be a little different. If you're a little kid...
It won't smell that bad, huh?
No, I wasn't going that way. I was going to say, do you want them leaving the classroom during instruction time, though, to
the
go
teacher
do
said
that?
they don't even have to ask. They can just go.
Dang.
I don't know how the school would feel about that.
I know.
Or
You
the
need
parents.
like a hall pass or something. Like you
ain't got time for that. You got to go fart.
Look,
you ain't got time to get the hall pass.
Some kids are not going to come back, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some bad kids out there. They're going to cut class.
Or they might be lying. They have to go
They
fart
might
just
be
to get
lying.
out.
They're going to be doing something else they're not supposed to be doing. You know, they're just going to be lying and cutting class. I don't know, man. Just
what
let it go.
Say you. If you're a teacher, how do you feel about this? If you're a student, how do you feel about this? If you're a parent, how do you feel about this?
Josh,
let us know.
One final thought. Let her have the fart corner. If the kid wants to do it, they can. They don't have to. They can still do it at their seat. Let her have the fart corner for the kids who want to do it.
Q93FM.com, Q93 app, or DM us Q93 Alexandra or at Morning Q Crew.
When I was young, yes, it was absolutely embarrassing to fart in front of others. We would clench our booty cheeks and our stomachs would be totally hurting. But these kids are totally different. I've noticed a huge change in the last 3 years. They literally heist their booties up and fart. There is absolutely zero shame. That is why we created the fart corner. But I took your advice and we added the gas station. Yeah. So it's the gas station now, aka the fart corner.
Hey, new poll out today, speaking of school, asked, have you ever pretended to be sick to get out of work or school? 54% admitted that yes, they have, while 36% claim they have never done that.
36% are liars.
Yes, 6% are not sure. How are you not sure?
How are you not sure if you've ever done that?
Those are people who want to lie, but they just don't want to.
Exactly.
They just don't lie. They just like,
That's
not
right.
sure. You're still lying.
Right.
4% would prefer not to say. See, that's truth givers right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Midwesterns are more likely to admit to playing hooky than people from other regions of the country. Women are more likely to have done it than men. And Gen X is the generation most likely to admit it.
That's me.
Gen Xers are most likely to deny ever pretending to get sick to get out of work or school, potentially because they don't have a job.
We keep knocking the poor Gen
But,
Xers.
tell you what, Nancy, when I went to school, almost every year I had to fill out a paper that was called extenuating circumstances. It was because you missed way more than the allotted amount of days for
Josh
school,
didn't go to school.
and you had to fill out paperwork
Why
in
you
order
don't go
to not
school?
get in trouble, because I think they could flunk you or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I was a sickly child. I had a lot of illness,
okay.
but then I also had a lot of hooky.
I missed a lot of school too.
Really?
I did. I was getting picked on a lot, and I didn't want to go, and I would
It's not
cry,
fun.
and no,
I
it
hated
wasn't.
school.
I did too. I really did. So,
I would even call my dad sometimes.
I would call my mom to come pick me up
Yes, I
sometimes
called my
because I
dad.
was, yeah.
But I wanted to go eat lunch at a restaurant in town that was only open for lunch.
Oh, you're
So
just bougie.
He'd come get me.
You just spoiled.
You know what else I do? They used to have these special days for people who like made honor roll, like the real geeks, right? The ones that knew everything.
You mean the children who did well in school, like the smart children?
Yeah.
They were geeks.
Well, you know what? They would give them like snowballs or extra recess or lunch or whatever, pizza. You know what Josh would do because he couldn't get that?
What?
I said, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna stay home.
Oh my! You're like Cartman from from South Park.
I stopped just didn't go to school that day. I was like,
wow,
because
jealous.
I just would miss I wouldn't make A's, so I would make B's and C's. So I could never
you're
get
just
it.
a little hater, jealous, like little Cartman.
So, okay, I'll just stay home.
Wow, because you couldn't handle being that jealous.
I
of
had
the kids.
family that worked at a doctor's office, and I could get doctor's excuses on demand pretty much.
Wow.
To the point where the school actually called the doctor's office at one point and asked if I had actually went. And luckily my cousin answered the phone. And she's like, oh yeah, he just left here. He got sinusitis.
Is that why you can't pronounce asbestos? Because you missed so much school?
Hey, I'm an idiot.
No, you're not.
I don't know how I got out of that thing. I was struggling. I'll never forget. They had this thing called Twilight. You could go after hours and retake a test after the teacher taught the lesson again. And I had to go up to the teacher and she had to give me another chance. No!
And
finally I got my C.
Oh my God, Josh, it's bad.
I remember one time in
you should have gone to school, bro.
In chemistry, I felt good.
You know what? You would have been better at being one of the homeschool kids, I think.
Probably.
Like today, where you could do it all on computers and just take the test.
College, I was great.
Yeah, and same for me. I did great in college.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't worried about all the high school drama, being bullied and stuff like
that. It's that, and a lot of it you don't care, and a lot of it's just repeat stuff. Some of it's hard. I wasn't great in some of the math.
I was doing honors in college, where I was just scraping by in high school.
I was making A's and B's in college.
Me too. I was in the honor society, all kind of stuff.
I was doing so good, I didn't want to stop. I was like, I can't believe I have to graduate. It was funny in chemistry one time in high school. I struggled in chemistry too. That was difficult. I thought I had did good okay on the test. Mm-hmm. And I ran into the teacher in the hallway when I was in the going to the bathroom. I said, "Hey, Mr. Johnny, how did I do on that? Did I pass that test?" "No, son, you didn't pass that test."
I had something similar.
I was like, oh man, I felt so good about it.
Similar with the guidance counselor at our school. I went to ask her my senior year, I just want to check out any, if I'm qualified for any scholarships or anything, because I was thinking about going to college. And she looks at me, she's like, scholarships? Ugh. You're not qualified for anything, but here, you can look at any of this. She was so rude and nasty, just really not even wanting to care to help me or anything.
Wow.
Yeah, but I wound up going to college anyway, and I wound up...
In your face.
I wound up doing well enough in my ACT that I got to pass my first English, go straight to honors, skip the first two Englishes, go to honors.
Look at you, you're an author.
I had to take a remedial math, but I got to pass those first Englishes and go straight to honors, so yeah, balanced out.
Hey, a concert promoter recently posted a video online asking a simple question to Gen Xers. Help me out here. What's it going to take to get you guys going out again?
Lower the prices.
Gen Xers are staying home these days.
Yeah.
We got some answers in the comment section. Bring back physical tickets. Cell phone tickets equal anxiety. The phone doesn't scan correctly. The screen brightness is not bright enough. You don't have cell service. Something happens to the website, it goes down. They say steps are fun.
Look, I take a screenshot of the tickets just in case something happens.
A lot of places have stopped not allowing that anymore.
Oh, really?
They don't want. This says no screenshots allowed because anyone can screenshot something, send it to someone, and they can get in.
Wow.
They also say souvenirs. Stubs are fun. Sometimes it's nice to have an actual souvenir ticket.
Yeah, it is.
The purchase of your ticket should come with complimentary readers and some ibuprofen, is what one person said.
Yeah.
More chairs. Chairs are awesome. Gen Xers would go to more concerts if there was more chairs. Comfortable chairs, right? I think anybody would do that. Standing up for hours is not fun.
No, it is. And remember, Adele yelled at that the staff because they were trying to get that guy to sit down, and because he was standing up in the front row, and people were, and she yelled at the staff y'all leave that man alone, let him stand up at the concert. But there were people behind him. I'm like, she should. No, I'm sorry, sit down.
But if they're in front of you, you should have got a closer seat if you want to sit down. I see both arguments.
I see both arguments of it, but at the same time, some people can't stand up for long periods of time.
Clearer restrooms.
Or cleaner.
What did I say?
Clearer.
cleaner and cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a big no on the row of porta potties.
Yes,
like
I don't want to go in a bunch of dirty porta potties.
By the way, going back to your comment about someone standing up and the person couldn't stand for a long time and they're sitting behind, well, they need to get seats that are more elevated. Higher
yeah, now
up.
if you go in a venue, right, where it's built like that, that's cool.
Don't be on the floor if you can't stand, you know?
Yeah, like go to the or if you want to stand, like go up to the stage, you know, if it allows that.
Fine the band $1,000 for every minute late that they're taking the stage. Some artists have had some problems with that lately.
Yes.
Most Gen Xers would prefer an earlier bedtime.
Yeah, for real.
If it's spring or summer, the concert should start at 3 o'clock. It should be done by 6 o'clock.
I'm not that old.
That way, no one has to drive home in the dark. I like this idea, and I am a millennial. I don't like driving home at night.
I'm a Gen Xer. I like that too, but it doesn't really have to start at 3. I'm okay.
I've always been told nothing good happens at night.
Yeah. It depends on
to be
where
home
it is.
Early.
It depends on where they're holding the show.
And lock all cell phones up, one person said, so none are allowed. People are there to see the band, not the 2,000 amateur photographers trying to post a clip online. I remember recently I went to a concert, and the dude's up there singing, the headliner.
Yeah.
And this girl next to me, she's young, she's all singing in her camera, and she's videoing herself.
Instead of looking at the person she paid to sing.
First of all, no one paid for you to sing. Second of all, why don't you look at the show and not yourself in a camera all night?
I went to go see several Broadway shows when I lived in LA, and one of them was The Color Purple, the musical, and that's when Fantasia, remember Fantasia, the singer? Yeah, so she was starring in The Color Purple, the musical, and I paid to go see the show, and it was a fantastic show, by the way, but these two old ladies sitting in front of me, they started singing along to the songs, and I'm like, I didn't pay to hear y'all sing. I paid to hear Fantasia and the rest of the cast sing, but they were like, no, you sing. I'm like, oh my God, I hope they stop.
There's nothing worse than a fat person sitting next to you. You ain't got no room. And then, or a stinky person, and you got to smell that all night. Or they singing loud and obnoxiously.
Oh, it's like, please stop singing. I'm not paying to hear y'all. I paid for Fantasia.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Joining us on the show today is Emmy-nominated actress from Widow's Bay and Apple TV and The Honey Wives on Netflix, Del Dickey. Del, good morning. Thanks for coming on the show.
Josh, good morning. Thank you for having me. Been to Louisiana to work many times.
Have you?
It's a great state.
It is. Congratulations, by the way. It's great. You just got nominated for an Emmy for Widow's Bay. When you first heard about that nomination, what was your first thoughts?
I can't repeat the words on live radio. I cussed a lot. I was in shock. I'm still in shock. It's wonderful. I'm thrilled for the show, but I was not expecting my name to be on that list. Yeah, my husband was in the kitchen, and I was like, what the? Who am I here? So it's been a fun ride. We've still got a few weeks to go before the ceremony, and I'm going to get all glammed up and play Cinderella and go to the ball.
Nice.
Have a good time.
Let's talk about Rosemary, because she's such a fascinating character. What was it about her that made you say, I really want to play this woman?
She just the salt of the earth, down to earth, no nonsense. I've played a lot of pretty extreme dramatic roles, and Rosemary just tells it like it is. And she's got a great sense of humor. And the best part is, her whole job is just to annoy the mayor, Mayor Loftus, and Matthew Reese, who plays the mayor, is, as I say, a real joy to annoy. I have a great time.
There's an incredible genealogy monologue in the show, Widow's Bay, that became like one of the show's standout moments. How in the world did you prepare for that scene to get all that information out?
I wish I knew, Josh. I tell you, Rosemary, because if you've seen the show, we filmed out of order, but she's in and out of the episodes, a little scene here, a little scene there, and all of a sudden they threw 9 pages of genealogy, historic genealogy at me. And, I was like, okay, let's test how many brain cells we have left. I came from theater. I used to be good at memorization, and I worked really, really hard. It was a massive challenge with everything involved with it. But all my cast and crew had my back, and it ended up being a lot of fun to do. I can tell you the whole story now, but I won't. I remember the whole dang thing.
You mentioned Matthew Reese. Y'all guys have some great moments together. What is it like working opposite of him? You said you enjoy aggravating him.
absolutely. He's astonishingly funny. He's never off. I've been with the whole cast a whole lot the past few weeks in New York and out here. We're doing all this press, and it's such fun to have him back. And Kate O'Flynn, who plays Patricia, and Stephen Root. I haven't laughed as hard in so long, and I mean belly laughs. So you can imagine what it's like on set. He really sets a great tone, and we all love him.
I believe Widow's Bay has been renewed for season 2. Have y'all started filming that? Is it already in the can, or?
No, we're very excited. I'm very grateful we're going back for season 2, but we will not start filming until next year sometime. I don't know when. We were in Massachusetts last year for season 1 from like the end of May through Labor Day, and I imagine we'll be back around the same time next year, but they don't tell us anything. I'll just wait for the call, and then I'll pack my bags and go to Massachusetts for a few months.
And you're now jumping into season 2 of Netflix's The Hunting Wives. Can you tell us about that character and what's coming up with that?
Yeah, they actually filmed that in Charlotte, North Carolina. We filmed last November through February, and I have a really fun guest role, recurring role for, sort of the first half of the season. They don't let us talk much about it. My character's name is Zelda, and there might be a motorcycle involved with her character, and that's about all I can say. But I had a great time. I worked with a lot of beautiful naked people.
Oh, okay.
I kept my clothes on.
Okay.
But I've been really lucky. I've gotten to work with a lot of pretty fun people, and always learn a lot. So, yeah, that'll be on. I think they're going to premiere sometime in the fall.
You played some pretty intimidating women. Are you that intimidating in real life, or do you just really enjoy playing an intimidating woman?
I don't know. People that know me would absolutely call me the opposite. Somewhere I have a badass inside of me, and I connect with that darker part. And I'm from the South, so, I used to have a little problem with the anger and conflict, and I think I get those roles where I can let it out. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Dysfunctional childhood, maybe. But I've been thrown some great, gritty roles, and I'll continue to do them as long as they'll have me. Rosemary's a departure from that. She's just kind of normal, which I'm enjoying for the time being.
We've been talking with Emmy-nominated actress from Widow's Bay on Apple TV and The Hunting Wives on Netflix, Dell Dickey. Dell, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate talking with you this morning.
Thanks, Josh.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
You're listening to the best of the Morning Q Crew. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. and subscribe to the best of the Morning Q Crew podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Let's go! Q93.